What they've sent us is their portable power station, the BougeRV JuiceGo. We'll get it unboxed and I'll tell you a little bit about it. Well, today I am towing my truck with another truck that I just finished putting the engine in for a friend, and show you what I got here. My truck is on the tow bar. I'm driving this truck that we just got finished putting the engine in, and I do have my truck running right now to charge the batteries, and it hit me. BougeRV, they sent me the refrigerator not long ago. They actually sent me another product to do a review on. So what I have here is from BougeRV JuiceGo 240 watt-hour portable power station. I just powered it up just to make sure it is on 100%. It does come with a 12-volt DC charger that works great in the car, and it also comes with a USB to USB-C charger. So if you have a USB-C at home, you can charge it that way. If you have a higher output USB-C like I do in the truck, it gives you a faster charge than just plugging it into a regular USB. Now we'll get the unit out of the box and I'll tell you a little bit more about what it's got going on. So with it powered on, you do have a flashlight, and it had different modes on it. The SOS, bright, dim, SOS and off. It did come with a 12-volt DC charger that plugs in right here. Got a 12-volt outlet right here. Got a 100-watt USB-C, a 30-watt USB-C, and it's also got a, I want to say that is 18-watt USB-A. And then what's cool is you flip it around and you have a 110 outlet on the back. So I've been carrying this thing around for about a week now, just trying to learn more about it. I haven't had a whole lot of chance to mess with it, but we're going to plug my BougeRV refrigerator. I'll show you it in a minute. Go ahead and plug it in. Turn it on, you push and hold the power button. It's at 100%. I do have the refrigerator plugged in, and you see right there it's showing how many watts it's pulling, 36 watts. Well, let's check the refrigerator, make sure the power is on the fridge. It is. I haven't even pulled the little plastic off the fridge yet, but maybe it's where we can see it. It says it's at 44 degrees, pulling 13 volts. Now what I have it set at, okay, I have it set at 43 degrees. So that's pretty good. I'm actually about to grab some drinks out of it now so it'll warm up a little bit more. Now that is the 240 watt-hour power station. They have a 220 that will actually fit this cubby hole right here, and I thought that would be super cool. And it's also got a place for the cigarette lighter plug to go straight through and plug into the power station right here. Or if you were charging your phone, I know there's been a couple of times out in the sunlight, you could put your phone in here and it would actually keep the phone out of the sun. You run your charger in through here. You know, it's got a couple of different uses. It's really handy for storage. I have about a 5-hour road trip to Indianapolis, and what we'll do is I'm just going to leave this on the way it is. It says it'll power it for up to 7 hours, and we'll see what's left on whenever I get through my road trip. 9:52 right now. Well, about 2:30, 3 o'clock, we'll come back and check it and see where it's at. It does have an eco mode on here. They thought about putting it into eco mode, but I don't think I'm gonna mess with that. I think you push the settings button and it puts it in eco mode, but we're just gonna leave it on just like it's plugged into the truck. Guys, we have made it to the Love's truck stop in Goshen, Indiana, and I was gonna show you. I got there, I dropped the truck off, and this thing has been going for, it's 20 minutes after 9. And if you remember, we started this thing at 10 minutes till 10 Central Time. And you notice it's on 0, but I assure you the fridge is still going, the drinks are still cold. I forgot this thing was hooked up. I thought it was still plugged into the cigarette lighter. I unhooked the other truck and delivered it, jumped in this truck, took off, didn't even think about it being plugged in back here. So like I say, it's still showing 0%, but it has been kicking off and on as it needs to because everything is still cold. Here at shop tonight, and some friends stopped by and they brought some food. And while I have outlets in the shop, I was wondering if this thing would pull a crock pot. Now it's been going for about 15 minutes and it shows it's pulling 200 amps. And when it first come on, it went to 215. It's been about 15 minutes and it started off at like 70%, right at 70%. And I wasn't even thinking about this, or I recorded hooking it up and all that and what time it was and give you a timer, but it has not been plugged in the wall. We're just heating some cheese dip up in here, and let's see, I think it's doing pretty good. 131 degrees. Yep. Anyway, so I thought that was pretty interesting. It would pull it, and you can hear the fan humming on that thing on the power inverter. And that's the first time I'd heard it come on. Now I've been using this thing off and on. I know it'll run the refrigerator for it ran it for me for 10 hours, but it was packed full and it was cold whenever I plugged it in. And I know that 100-watt charging, it super fast charges my phone, but you can tell it is drawing the power down on it pretty good, but it will run a crock pot long enough to warm something up anyway. This is my roll around toolbox. One thing I love about this thing with the roll around toolbox is I can put my flashlights, my scan tool, my AutoGen jump box, all that stuff right here, my cell phone, my tablet, and plug it in and let it charge. My flashlights is the main thing. I'm always plugging the flashlight in. I'm always plugging my phone in. I have this really long cord, USB-C to USB-C. I plug it in the top hole, and that's what I use to charge my phone while I'm working. And that way, and it charges it really, really fast. It's super fast charging enables on my phone whenever I plug it in there because of the 100-watt output. And I don't think it actually puts 100 watts into my phone, but it puts as much as my phone will handle. I was reading up on it, and it's supposed to be a smart sensing plug that can keep from overcharging with 100 watts. Anyway, I have seen this thing charge my Milwaukee batteries off the 110 outlet in the back. And this AutoGen, I've had this thing for years. It does an excellent job, but the charger is messed up. So I love being able to charge it right here close, because if you have to be very careful with this charger. And then I'll usually stand it up and plug it in right here. And I've seen it charge this thing 3 times from dead to full on a single charge of this and have power left over. It makes it really convenient to have all of my things charging right there on top of the toolbox without having to drag around an extension cord, whether I'm on one side of the shop or the other, or even out in the parking lot. So my thoughts on it after using it for 2 months, I'm very, very happy with it. And I would recommend it to anyone who needed power on the go, whether you're camping, trucking, RVing, regardless of what you're doing. It just seems to be a really good, small, compact, yet packs a lot of power for its size power station. I want to give a big thank you to BougeRV for sending me the JuiceGo for me to try out and make a review on. And don't forget to check the description of this video for a discount code. They're really good about giving discount codes for the viewers. So if you're interested in one of these, you can save a couple dollars. And that's about it for this one. I appreciate you guys watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.